Hi, my name is Ruben Sanchez Gonzalez. I'm from Mexico City, Mexico, and we're about to have a glimpse of what tap in Mexico looks like. I've been tap dancing for 6.5 years now, so a very little time compared to other guys.
What did you do before that?
Before tap dancing, I used to practice law, which is a big change. I used to do martial arts. Well, I still do, but that was one of my main things. Actually, I was training in martial arts when I first stumbled upon tap. So those were my main activities.
What did you take up tap?
I liked it. The first time I actually participated in anything related to dance was when I participated in a community show. They needed a guy, so they, even without proper training, they just let me in because they needed a guy there. So I was dancing a little bit, musical theater, jazz, mostly faked, but it was still fun. But I saw the tap numbers they were performing, and I really, really liked them. So that was the first time when I saw it. I thought, wow, that looks interesting. The next year, I auditioned for that same show again, and I saw a very dynamic tap number, and I just loved it. I thought, I want to learn that. I want to learn how to do that.
Did you like it right away?
Yes, I did. I actually liked it very, very much, but at first it was more like a hobby to me. I was taking one, maybe 2 classes a week, and I was happy with doing one shuffle, 2 or 3 steps, and I really liked it. From the first step I did, I loved it. It helped that my teacher at the time is Terry Taylor. She was very encouraging, and she told me that I was doing good, that I was picking up really fast. So that made me think, okay, I want to learn more, I want to do more, I want to actually do a little bit more than just a step and maybe dance a number. But it wasn't until I went to the Los Angeles Tap Festival in 2007 when I really, really enjoyed it. When I saw those guys doing what they were doing, it was just amazing to me. That's when I really, really fell in love with it, and it just changed my life then.
What sacrifices have you made in learning, improving your skills?
Well, I would say, first of all, moving away from my country, that's the most significant one. I found out that tap dancing is a little bit bigger in other countries, so my training has been mostly in the United States. Stopped practicing law, that was another big step. I mean, not that one or the other is more difficult, but as you can imagine, law and tap dancing are a little bit different. So that was a huge, huge step away from what I was used to doing. And being away from my family for so long, it's also very, very hard. I really miss them, but it's been worth it. It's been really, really worth it.
Do you still do other activities?
I still do some other things. The main one would be being at the studio, the dance studio. The name is Dance Center. I really love it there. It's very rewarding to know that you actually help kids or students to in a positive way. It's not like I'm helping somebody get a divorce anymore or get tax money from somewhere. It's mostly doing something positive, and that's rewarding. Also, I keep doing my mixed martial arts training. I'm part of a fighting team, and I still train whenever I come to Mexico in mixed martial arts. So those would be the main things I do besides tap dancing. The person I admire the most is my mother, my mom, by far. She's just a great woman, hardworking, compassionate, loving, and very understanding. I mean, look at me, she's very understanding. I don't think I can say all I am, I owe it to her because that would not be fair. But everything good I am, all the good that's in me is thanks to her, so I owe her a lot. She's the major figure in my life, and she has done so many sacrifices for me and for my sister, so she would be the one I admire the most. In terms of tap dancing, I would say Gregory Hines is one of the persons I admired the most because to me, he was like the link that allowed tap dance to continue. I admire Dormisha Sumbry Edwards, Jason Samuel Smith, Chloe Arnold, Michelle Dorrance, and so on. There's a lot of people I deeply, deeply admire and that I'm blessed that I got to know.
Who and what has helped you the most?
I would say my family and friends. Those are the two things that have helped me the most and the people who have helped me the most. Like I was saying, switching careers was a huge path, but if I didn't have the support from my family and friends that told me I was not crazy for choosing a pair of tap shoes instead of a suit, I would not be where I am. I would be in a gutter somewhere or in a court somewhere. I think those two things would be the most important things in my life, my family and my friends. The obstacles I've had to overcome, just leaving things behind me. That's one of the biggest things to switch my lifestyle completely, going from a life that you already know and that's the way it's supposed to be, to suddenly switch gears and say, all right, now it's a new path and we have to saddle up and go along. Traveling a lot would be another big obstacle because, like I was saying, I like so many teachers that I have to go to different places in the world or in the country to be able to take from them. So that's a huge obstacle, especially because it gets expensive to travel that much. So the financial aspect, it's a huge obstacle to overcome. And also that since I started tap dancing at an older age, I feel like I have to catch up. So for me, it's been a little bit of a rush, or I've been in a rush to learn that I have not been able to just settle down and say, all right, I'm doing this. I'm still trying to learn and go to several places so I can keep learning and keep improving. So those two things would be some of the biggest things to overcome.
How's the support from your family?
I could not wish for a better family. My family, they have been very supportive. I'm pretty sure they wish I would like get back on my senses and practice law and be a lawyer and all of that. But as long as I'm happy, they are supportive. They are loving and they are understanding and they're there every single time I need them. So I have no complaints there. I mean, every single time there's something going on, I know I can turn to my family for support, for love, and for help. They're just great. And also, if I succeed at something, it's great to share it with them because I know they actually feel happy for me. They are there for me, not for themselves. YouTube is a great tool. It helps you be able to watch other dancers without actually being there, and you can learn a lot just from observing. One of the first things I learned from YouTube was a paddle and roll from a dancer named Joseph Wiggin. He was the first serious tap dancer I saw, and I was mesmerized by what he was doing. He's just so good. And I saw his feet going so fast, and I couldn't figure out what he was doing. I had to go back several times until I figured it out. After that, I've been able to break it down a little bit easier, but still seeing, I don't know, videos of Jason Samuel Smith or Chloe Arnold or Dormisha, just trying to figure out what they're doing. It's a great tool. It helps a lot on your formation and your learning. The future of tap, I would say that's a challenging but bright future. I think it's challenging because it's not easy for people to accept, especially in different countries, something so unique to the American people like tap dancing. Tap dancing is an American-born, it's an art born in the United States. So it's a cultural export. So you take it to somewhere else and you have to teach it as it has to be. So I think it's a little bit challenging to get people into it, but it's also very, very rewarding to see when they actually like it. Because you can see people just connecting, people just about any other differences or any other barriers they might have, like language or race or creed, whatever it is, and they just focus on something that makes them happy and share it. So I think that's the brightest part about tap dancing, the effect it has, and also all of the ambassadors it has. It has a huge amount of people devoted to teaching and really, really caring about other people learning it and learning it right. So it's very promising because of them and because of all of the people who are committed to keep tap dancing not just alive, but thriving and being, again, a main thing in the world.
Why do you love tap?
Ah, that's a tough one. I love tap. It just makes me whole, I guess, feel good. It's not easy. It's like if somebody asks you why do you love somebody, it's pretty much the same. You love it because you love it. I mean, it just is inside you. Every time I practice, it makes me happy. It makes me want to learn more. It makes me want to grow. It doesn't matter if I'm angry or sad. I just put on a pair of tap shoes or sometimes even with regular shoes and you just go at it and it helps you grow out of it. It's just motivating and seeing all the people, how they come together when they tap dance and they don't even need to speak the same language. It's just they know what they're doing and they connect. It's breathtaking to see something like that. I love that part about tap.